Hi, welcome back to BuonaPappa. Today we're going to prepare a very good and healthy recipe that is perfect for breakfast or for any snack, any healthy snack that you want to give to your kids, and also for yourself, of course. We are going to prepare the cranberry scones zoo from the British tradition. Very yummy, very healthy, and super duper easy to make. And we are going to shape them as the zoo animals, just because yesterday we went to the zoo with Luca and now he's totally into the animals from the zoo. So I'm sure he will be so happy when he will see that the scones, they will have all the shapes of the animals. We will also do the traditional shape that it's easier to do and you can pick up the one that you like. So let's start, as always, from the ingredients. 2.5 cups of flour, half a cup of sugar. I'm using brown sugar. We're going to use also some baking powder, 2.5 teaspoons, and half a teaspoon of salt. Half a cup of milk, 8 tablespoons is 3/4 of a stick of butter, and we need to have the butter room temperature, so very soft and very tender to work. Our main ingredients, cranberries. I really love them. I love that kind of very peculiar taste that they do have. It's not too sweet, it's not too acidic, has a kind of, balance between the two extremes that I really love. Are you ready? Let's start together. Here I have my dear kitchen mixer, but you can always use a nice bowl and your hands to mix the pastry. It will work perfectly. We're going to put the flour in the bowl and add the other dry ingredients such as the baking powder and the salt, plus the sugar. We add the butter. We want the butter to be very soft. And now we'll just let our friend work for us for 1 or 2 minutes. Let's see together how it does. I will just slowly add my milk. As you can see, very slowly, a kind of pizza dough will be formed. For a total time of 3-4 minutes, our scone dough will be nice and ready to be shaped. See? It's done. And as you can see, it's kind of thick. I just add my cranberries. I'm using 1 cup of cranberries because I really love them. So I want my scones to be full of cranberries. For some countries, if it's kind of difficult to find dried cranberries, you can always substitute them with any other kind of dried fruit. Dried apricots, dried peaches, dried plums, so the one that you like and that you can find. Why I'm adding the cranberries and I'm mixing them by hand? Because I do not want them to be broken too much by the mixer. The final result, it's a nice red dots dough. See? Isn't that cute? We are ready to give our dough a shape. On a flat surface, we are just going to put some flour so that our dough will not stick. And we want to have a kind of 1/2 inch thickness. At this point, you have 2 options. Traditional shape scones, kind of round shape, any round shape cookie cutter, or just a plastic small cup. I'm using Luca's cup, round shape, and just, make a nice circle. As yesterday we went to the zoo, I want really to surprise Luca with these animal shape cookie cutters. So we have a lion, we have the gorilla, and so I'm going just to make different shapes and see the final result together with you. Meanwhile, I preheated the oven at 400 degrees. When I will be finished with all my shapes, I will just place my cranberry scones in the oven for 20 minutes. But just a tip for you, if you're using small cookie cutter, so if you're going to create small scones, just reduce the cooking time to 15 minutes and check at 15 minutes if the scones they are ready. The final touch, when all the scones they will be ready for the oven, you can either brush just some milk on the surface, or if you want, one egg yolk, or if you want also some sour cream, because all these three different options, these three different ingredients, they will give a kind of golden and nice surface to our scones. It will be very lovely. Here we are, see? Our scones zoo, our cranberry scones zoo is lovely. I can't wait to see Luca's face when he will see the gorilla. The gorilla really came out very well, I have to say. It's the nicest one. So you can play with shapes, or you can just make them in the regular round shape. It's totally up to you. Just have fun and enjoy the final result. Today's recipe, it was cranberry scones zoo, and we're going to see each other next week with another recipe from BuonaPappa. And as always, buona pappa a tutti. Ciao!